And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. Should be a darn good, interesting one, man. We got two offenses that have the potential to put up some big numbers, not only in yards, but in points. And I'm hoping those teams are going to be showing up tonight. Dolphins, obviously, they've been with Tua with a couple. They've had him back for a couple weeks now. He looks healthy. He looks good. He's been putting up some decent numbers. This offense looks significantly better with him. I think that is borderline an understatement. I think this offense without him looked like a high school offense, and probably some high school offenses in the country that probably could beat this team or at least put up decent numbers. But but they looked bad. They were really bad. They didn't have an answer with backups. But Tua is back. That's in the past. But now, with how they were playing early in the year, even with Tua, and then when they're without him, this is a game that they need to win if they want to continue to be able to play meaningful football the rest of this month and the rest of the year. A loss tonight, it doesn't mathematically take them out of the playoffs, but it will be at this point just a matter of time. They're gonna need a miracle, and I mean a miracle on top of a miracle to make the playoffs if they don't win tonight. So season's on the line basically, and this team needs to show up, and I think they will. I think they're gonna respond. But on the other side, I have talked about the Rams over the last 3 weeks. I think they are one of the best teams in the NFL. Are they elite like the Lions? Are they elite like the Chiefs? No. But I think they are not far off from the teams of like the I was about to say Tampa Bay, the Falcons, the Packers, the Vikings, teams like that are kind of in that second to borderline third tier that are going to be good to make the playoffs, going to be able to maybe make some noise in the playoffs. That's where this Rams team is for me. The biggest thing was that defense was very young. You can tell that they were missing Aaron Donald. They hadn't figured out what to do, where their strengths were, what they were able to really shield away. And I think now that front seven is really playing with some confidence. They're playing with basically some attitude, man. They're no longer just sitting back. They are being aggressive, and I think that's helping out a secondary that is maybe not as strong as it used to be in the past, but still has talent. Jalen Ramsey still there, guys like that. So I'm not going to be too surprised to see if they can put up some decent numbers on the defensive side, some sacks, maybe a turnover or two. And then offensively, I think I talked about this to nauseum, so I'm going to be very quick. When you have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back on that offense, it changes everything. Changes how they run the ball. It changes how they pass. It changes what routes, what protections, things like that get so much easier when those two guys are on offense. And I expect them to put up some decent numbers tonight as well. So hopefully you guys are having a great Monday. Happy Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans. Got some family, brother-in-law, cousins. Shout out to you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully everybody's safe. And let's get started, man. Kickoff is up. And it'll be kneel down in the end zone. Miami will start with the ball at the 30 here. So, Tua Tagovailoa so far, he's been solid this season when he's been healthy. Started out very slow. The first couple games, really, that's all he played. But since he's coming back, it was a little bit of a slow start in that first game. But the second game, he was a lot better, man. And I'm hoping he can continue that trajectory. Hopefully this offense can really start getting back on track, especially Tyreek Hill, who has had one of the quietest seasons he's had in probably since he's been in the league. It's going to be a throw over the middle, and it's going to be a gain. He keeps on going. It's going to be down to about the 47. That it is a huge first down. Just a great throw right over the middle, over the linebackers. And that was to Jalen Waddle on the right side. All right, down at the 48. First and 10, fullback and running back in the backfield. Tight end in motion to the left. Fakes the toss. Throws it to the running back, who is going to get absolutely smacked for a loss of about 6 or 7 on that one. Yeah, so offensively, this Miami team has not put up enough points to really compete. But I think a lot of the statistics are skewed based off of the games that Tua was not in. And it's going to be a quick throw to the right, and Achane able to get maybe 2 yards on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 13. But when you look at the numbers when Tua has been healthy, the numbers are a little bit better. Not significantly. It's not like there's a, they're not putting up 40 points, but they're getting a lot closer to that 23, 24 point that you're looking for, at least at a minimum, to be competitive in the NFL. All right, 3rd and 13, 2-by-2 formation. Tua looking, needing to climb the pocket. Gets away from another guy. He's going to throw it down the field to the left. Wide open. And that is going to be a first down. Is that Jalen Waddle? It is, right down the left sideline there. Yeah, Tyreek was in the slot to the left. Waddle was split out wide to the left and just kept on running his route, cut it short, given to somebody to throw down the field to. Yeah, 30-plus catch and run by Jalen Waddle. Tight end in motion to the left. It's going to be a nice little end-around toss to the right, and that is a touchdown for the Miami Dolphins, and that is number 83, Washington. And right off the bat, the Miami Dolphins putting up some points. You saw the speed. You saw the explosiveness of this offense in this first drive, and that is what we're going to hope to see the rest of the season. Just a phenomenal little route there. Sorry, phenomenal concept, not the route. I mean, it was basically just a simple end around that Tua just tossed to him. Just great blocking. Got the entire Rams defense just moving to the right side, leaving literally nobody for Washington to really have to make a move on. And the extra point is good. And Miami with the first points of the night. Yeah, going 70 yards in less than 3 minutes. It was just 2:59 taken off the clock. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. All right, so while we're waiting to go back to this game, let's just do a little bit of a small recap of what we've seen so far. This is the final game of Week 10. Crazy. This NFL season is we're barely halfway through it, but it feels like it's just flying by, man. It's been such a fun season. A lot of unpredictable things. Some things very predictable. Chiefs. um, but yeah, man, it's been a fun one. So let's do a quick recap. We'll just talk about the scores, and we'll talk about one, maybe two things, from each game. So the Bengals, and the Ravens. Heck of a game. We saw that. We streamed that on Thursday night. Crazy game. 1 point victory for the Ravens, 35-34. A little bit of a controversial loss, or ending, I should say, to that game. You could have called pass interference. You could have called a couple things on that final drive. But man, dude, it was a game that you could easily tell that these teams either way, I think if you went into overtime, I think they were both going to score something. Whether it was a field goal, whether it was a touchdown, I think it was basically who had the ball last in overtime was going to win the game, or who got the ball first, I should say. And dang, dude, it was close, man. The Bengals looking better, but man, their defense is god awful. So I'll leave it at that. And the kickoff for the Rams went out the back of the end zone. They'll start at the 30. All right, Stafford under center, single back in the backfield, Puka Nakua in motion to the right. Play action, throwing it to the running back who is going to get taken out behind the 20. That is Seiler, the big number 92. Not being fooled by the play action. Staying with Kyron Williams, and looks like he knocked him back for a loss of about 10 plus. Dude, just imagine being mauled by a big guy like that. Jesus. So, yeah, they lost 10 yards. So, 2nd and 20. Orbit motion by Puka. Two receivers to the right. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And Williams is able to get to the 26. All right, so it'll be 3rd and 14 for this Rams offense. Soft coverage by the Dolphins. Tight end in motion to the right. Shotgun, Stafford looking, throwing it underneath. And it's going to be close, and it's going to be 4th and 3. So a quick 3 and out for this fairly explosive Rams offense. Yeah, man, that first play really put him in the box. All right, we're just waiting on the punt here. Punt is away. It looks like a low hanging ball there. And it'll be fair caught at about the 18-yard line. So talking about the Rams offense, early in the season, they were dealing with a lot of injuries to that offensive line. And you could tell it was not good. It was not pretty. Stafford was getting hit quite a bit, taking some shots. You could tell it was starting to affect him. And man, dude, it's been almost night and day over the last month. Like a good chunk of October, they looked phenomenal, man, and they continue to do. I think they haven't given up a single sack over the last 2 games. They've looked strong. They keep on going, and that is something that was not expected, man. They improved a lot of those young guys have improved, and I think you're seeing some some young players, not only offensively but defensively as well, for the Rams to really stepping up, and that's a great thing for a team that needs youth. You know, they've had to shed a lot of big contracts over the years. You know, during their Super Bowl run, they were basically giving away those picks and just acquiring as many veteran guys with some kind of bloated contracts. And granted, it got them a Super Bowl, so at the end of the day, it's going to be a good thing. But there's a price to be paid when you do that. And for a couple seasons, they were not great, but it's a surprising how quick of a turnaround the Rams have done. And I think that's a credit to the players, and it's a credit to the front office to be able to bring some of these guys in that they have, and they're kind of in the midst of a chance to really be competitors, not only in their division, but I think in the NFC. But when it comes to this Miami offense, I think we know, you know the names, you recognize them, they're proven talent. Does that mean that they're going to be as good as they could be? Probably not. But empty set for Tua here. Three receivers on the right. Quick throw, and it'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Jaden Waddle, and that nearly got intercepted, actually. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Tua in the shotgun. Quick throw, and not on the same page as number 9 there. I think Tua was either expecting an out route there or just for him to stop, kind of like on a short stick route. I think it was more of an out route. But Smith just kept on running down the field here. All right, empty set here. 3rd and 10. Need to get to the 28. Tua looking, running around, and the ball will go high. It actually hit 2 Miami players in the hands before falling to the ground here. So he kind of threw it in between 2 guys. I can't tell who is he trying to throw it to. Okay, so I think he was definitely trying to get it to Tyreek on that one, just not able to connect. Punt is away. So it went out of bounds, but there is a flag. It's going to be on Miami here. Okay, so it was on sportsmanlike contact by number 33. So that'll add 15 yards to where the Rams get the ball. All right, so keeping on going with the recap of Week 10, we had the Panthers and the Giants over there in Germany. Obviously, Panthers getting a big win, surprising kind of some people, but I mean, the Giants are pretty terrible this year. So, yeah, I'm not too surprised. I don't know what to really say about the Giants. Is it a coaching thing? Is it a player thing? I think it's all of it, to be honest with you. I think Dable is not getting as much criticism as I think he should be. I think a lot of the criticism is being towards Jones. And granted, the guy's getting paid $40 million. He needs to be playing significantly better than he is. But I think on top of that, I think part of that is the Giants, man. Everybody knew when they paid Jones that it was surprising. Yes, he was coming off what it was so far his best season by far, but it wasn't. It wasn't like he threw for 40 touchdowns in that year. I don't even think he threw for 30. I don't know. I would have to double check, but he looked okay. He looked like a serviceable NFL quarterback. And nowadays, yeah, I guess the price is around 40 million, but I think even there's a good amount of people that are like, that's no. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Williams unable to get anything positive yardage. It'll be 2nd and 9, apparently. I don't know where you got the 9 from, but all right. There we got two receivers stacked up on the left. Shotgun. Miami showing some pressure. Tight end in motion. And it's going to be tipped and nearly caught by Puka Nakua there. All right, let's see who got his hands on it. It was the defensive end. And that was the old veteran Calais Campbell, the former Arizona Cardinal. That's another guy, man. I can't believe how long he's been playing, man. And he's still pretty darn good. Calais Campbell has been phenomenal. 3rd and 9. Three receivers bunched up on the left. Puka Nakua in motion. Stafford pressured, and he is going to go down for a sack. And that is the first sack we have seen in nearly 3 weeks for this Rams team. Oh, just a great inside move. Just beating the tackle. There was basically instant pressure as well. Great pressure up the middle is. Dang. Nice job. And it's going to be caught at the 10. It's going to be returned. He makes a one-man miss. And he'll get it to about the 16-yard line. All right, we're going to go to a commercial break here. But, yeah, I think Dable definitely needs his share of criticism. It'll be interesting if they keep him after this year. I think Jones is going to be gone. Daniel Jones, I think, has basically used all of his opportunities. I think after this year they can cut him with fairly not that big of a dead cap on the books. But it'll be interesting if Dable is coaching this team, the Giants team next year. Next, we got the Patriots and the Bears. I have yet to see the Bears. I'm not really sure what's going on with them. I know they've been awful the last 2 weeks. Last week they lost to the Cardinals, 29-9 to 9, and then this week obviously just putting up 3 points. And yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. Once again, I still have to watch some of the film for that offense. But you've seen this team struggle. We saw it in the first like 3 weeks. They looked pretty bad. And then I remember the Texan game. I think it was in week 2. That offensive line was god awful. It's one of the worst in the NFL. I think they've played better, but I still don't think that they are, you know, all of a sudden fixed or changed who they are. I think some of them have gotten better working with each other. I think also better figuring out how to protect and kind of the little things that every quarterback is very different. Anytime you get a quarterback that is able to extend the play, you're gonna be grasping at guys. So penalties there, or you're not gonna be sure where he's gonna move, and that can be kind of affect what you're trying to do. But yeah, the Bears offense, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I can talk about the Patriots a little bit. And Drake May has really changed that offense a little bit. You can see that there's a little bit more energy, and at the same time, he's just a little bit more. It gives you more of an opportunity to be explosive than Jacoby Brissett. Granted, that offensive line is pretty darn awful, but Drake May has been able to find ways to kind of mitigate that. It's gonna be a toss to the left, and HN bouncing it inside, and gonna be a gain of about 4. And I think defensively, the Patriots have been okay. They've been below average. I think it's going to take a few. I mean, there's a rebuild. There's a full-on rebuild for this team. This team is not, just a couple players away on either side. And they're going to be competing. It's going to be at least 2 or 3 years before they really have a legitimate chance to be contenders of any kind. And it's going to be a toss to the right, and HN is going to go absolutely nowhere. I think he might have lost a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and 6. All right, we got 3 receivers on the left here. Tua in empty set. Throwing underneath. Breaks a tackle. It'll be a first down for Miami. That pass went to Morset there. Is it Mustard? Mustard or Morset? Either way, former 49er running back. Cut it underneath. Nice little sluggo route to make the guy miss. Get the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 29. It's going to be a run to the left. And going to be upended in the backfield. Loss of 2. Trying to see who it was. It wasn't Mostert or Achan. All right, we got number 25 right. All right, 2nd and 13, shotgun, single receiver to the left. It's going to be thrown underneath over the middle, and that is Odell Beckham with a gain of about 6 on the play. Obviously, Odell being a former Los Angeles Ram, winning a Super Bowl with them a couple of years ago. It was actually a big part of that Super Bowl run for Los Angeles. Ended up tearing his ACL during that Super Bowl game. All right, we got 3rd and 8. 2 receivers to the right. Actually, a 2x2 set. Puka trying to throw it, and it hits an off defensive lineman, and it'll be incomplete. That is Kobe Turner with the getting in the way of that pass. Yeah, hit Kobe right in the head. So 4th and 8. Punt is away. And it'll go out of bounds around the 20. Whoa, keeps on running. Okay. All right, going to be around the 30, actually. The referee was like all the way at the 10 and like was running, started to slow down around the 20. I was like, oh, it's going to be at the 20. Nope. Kept on moving, and he got to around the 30. Holy cow. And that's another reason why the Rams have really played well. This defensive front 7 has worked. Has just really improved. All right, we got Stafford under center here. Tight end in motion to the left. Single back in the backfield. Stafford looking. Rolling out to his right. Throwing it down the field. And finds, I think that is Tutu Atwell. That's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6. Second and 4. Puka Nacua in motion to the left. Single back in the backfield. Stafford under center. Miami sends 5. They throw it underneath. Gets the first down and a little bit more gain of about 9. For the Rams, that'll be a nice little first down. And that was to the rookie running back out of Michigan, Blake Corum. Puka in motion to the right. Stafford in the shotgun or in the pistol. Handoff up the middle, and it'll be good for about 5 yards. Blake Corum running tough on that one. Second and 5. Shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on the left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. It looks like it's going to be a gain of about 3.5, but there is a flag on the field. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's Ron Tolbert. No. How does this guy keep on getting games? All right, well, we got one of the worst referees, or head referees, probably his crew as well, in the NFL. Ron Tolbert, one of them, just one of the worst officials in the NFL, in my opinion. Just over refereeing everything. So this will be a 2nd and 10 here. It's two receivers stacked up on the left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And it's going to gain maybe 3 yards on the play. All right, 3 receivers on the left. Shotgun. Miami showing a lot of pressure here. They send 4. One is a spy. And he's intercepted by Miami, throwing it over the middle. And that ball was tipped at the line. And Miami doing a heck of a job being aggressive. Ooh. And I think that was Calais Campbell again. All right, let's see here. No, that was a Calais for sure. Yep, just tipping it right at the line. And Walker Jr., I believe that is might be Tracy Walker, just being there at the right time, getting that ball. So 1st and 10 at the 46 for Miami. It's going to be a toss to the left. Cuts it inside. Makes a man miss. Nice little spin. He keeps on his feet. And he's going to be inside the 40 of Los Angeles, down to about the 39. Devin Achane. Freaking putting in some work here, man. All right, under center, fullback, running back in the backfield. It's going to be another toss right up the middle, and Achane is good for about a yard on the play. And that'll be the end of the first quarter here. And Miami is looking like a team that is hungry for a win, trying to save their season here. right, looks like we are back here. Second and 8, a nice little toss to the right. Got some blockers, got some little space, and he'll be close to a first down. Be about 3rd and 3. And Jalen Wright, that is the running back, number 25. Yeah, that's another guy that can just fly, man. All right, Tua in the empty set here. 3 receivers on the left. Looking's got time, has a man open, and Waddle just drops that one. What is going on here, man? That was a perfect throw by Tua. Wow, that was just a straight up drop. Went right through his hands. Tua literally put it right under his chin, right on the numbers, man. You gotta catch those. So they're gonna have to settle for a field goal here. The kick is up, and it squeaks right in on that right side. So Miami jumping out to a 10-point lead here early in the second quarter. All right. Kick is up. It's going to be a low driving kick. They're going to catch it around the 3. He's going to try to break some tackles. He cannot. He's going to be taken down at about the 16. Heck of a job by Miami, man. They are looking good tonight, man. They are playing with some intensity, a little bit of swagger as well. Stafford under center, receiver in motion to the right, single back in the backfield. Stafford's quick throw to the right finds Cooper Kupp, gain of about 7 on the play. And Cooper, I don't know if they've thrown to him on that first couple drives, man. So that's gonna be something that they gotta fix here. Cooper in motion, quick throw to Puka Nacua, and that'll be a first down, a gain of about 6 or 7 on that one. Quick little out route by Puka. All right, ball is at the 28, 1st and 10. Stafford looking, dumping it underneath to Blade. This could be actually Kyron Williams, who's going to be good for about a yard. That was Jalen Ramsey, man. Yeah. Why did I think he was with the Rams still? Jesus. All right. Throwing it quickly. He's got pressure in his face. Gives it to Cooper, who is able to jump over one guy, but it's going to be stopped after a gain of about 2.5. Yeah, I think earlier I said Jalen Ramsey was with the Rams. I knew he was with the Dolphins. What's wrong with me? All right, we got 3rd and 7. Cooper in motion to the left. 3 receivers now on the left side. Booking Akua in motion. It's going to be up the middle, and Stafford trying to climb the pocket. And he's going to be taken down by Calais Campbell, who is making his night miserable. Calais already has 2 batted passes, 1 causing an interception. And now here he gets to Matthew Stafford for the sack. That is the 2nd time tonight Stafford has been sacked. And it's going to be caught at around the 25, returned. It's going to be close to the 36. All right, continuing on our journey here, we get the Buffalo Bills beating the Colts 30-20. I mean, Buffalo, that offense finally looks like they are fully back, man. They've looked good for about a month now. That defense still has some issues, for sure. They're not. I think I've talked about this before. They're not as. They're about a draft away, probably 2, from really building on that defense. I think their linebackers need to be kind of retooled. I think they kind of have a little bit of a hodgepodge of random guys there. Their secondary needs to be, especially the corner position, needs to be a little bit more. They just need more depth, man. They need a guy that can really lead that secondary. Their front 7, I think, is okay, but I think they need to get younger as well. So Tua under center, tight end in motion, and the Rams are gonna spin down David Achan for a loss. That is the rookie Jared Verse, who has been absolutely phenomenal for them. Yeah, Verse just knifing through, and the tight end never even really got a chance. All right, empty set here, 2nd and 15. Tua throwing it over the middle, and he is intercepted now, returning it to the 30, 25, 20, 15. Tua, what are you doing, man? That play looked ugly from the beginning. There is a flag late after that play. I don't think it's going to affect the interception. Ooh. Yeah, just completely throwing it over the middle. Did not even see the linebacker that during the return, personal foul, illegal, blindside block. So that'll hurt the return, but it's not going to really do a whole lot when it comes to the interception. Yeah, and Tua took a knee to the head on that one. He seemed fine. He seemed like he got up without really much of an issue. But yeah, man, you just got to get out of the way, man. Stafford under center hands it off to Kyron Williams, who's going to be able to weave his way through a couple blocks. And it'll be a gain of 4, but there's a fumble potentially because now Miami has it and they're running around with it. I think that is Kendall Fuller with the return. All right, well, we're going to see. Right now, they are calling it Miami's ball. Look at Ron Tolbert. He literally has no idea what's going on. I'm sorry, man. I do not like this reffing crew. And I don't think his knee is down, and that ball is clearly out. Yeah, man, that is a fumble potentially. It's like in a weird state. The ball is clearly moving, but it's like pinned to his body, and it's moving, but it's not like loose until he basically hits the ground. Yeah, they're calling it officially a fumble. Wow. The Rams are just giving this game away right now. So 1st and 10, ball at the 39. Fakes the toss, rolling out to his left here, and he gets it to Tyreek Hill, who is good for 11. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 50. All right, ball just inside the 50. Fullback running back in the backfield. It's going to be a run up the middle, and the Rams absolutely stonewall that one. That's a loss of about 3 or 4. And that was the nose tackle, number 95, the big man, dude. That dude looks huge. My guy looks like Rashawn Gary with an extra 70 pounds on. All right, 2nd and 13, ball at the 48 of Miami. Quick throw to the running back, and Achan is going to be able to get nearly back to the line of scrimmage. All right, empty set here for the Dolphins. Tua looking, has a little bit of time, and he fumbles the ball, and it is going to be, it's a 50-50 ball, and that is going to be recovered by the Rams. Holy cow, nope, none of these teams want the ball, man. Forget punting, forget scoring touchdowns. Let's just throw interceptions, then fumbles, and then fumble it back. Damn. Who got there first, man? Just a great bull rush. Was that Verse? That was Jared Verse. Not only did he get to Tua for the sack and fumble, but he was actually able to get the recovery as well. Holy cow, man. This dude is vying for a defensive rookie of the year. Jeez. Tight end goes into the backfield at the fullback position. Two receivers stacked up on the left. Receiver in motion to the right. Stafford rolling out to his left and gets it to Puka Nacua, who I think, unfortunately, unable to haul it in. Yeah, he had it in his hands, and then when he tried to tuck it, just the way he moved it, it just spun right out of his hands. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Three receivers on the left side. And Matthew Stafford is going to have to use a timeout here. It looks like the play clock was not correctly set, potentially. See, I blame Rom Talbert and his crew there, man. Broncos, Chiefs. Dang, dude, the NFL scriptwriters are cruel. They are cruel people. They got Broncos fans' hopes up, man. 35-yard field goal. You would think that's a gimme. And of course, and it's not like the Chiefs blocked it in a traditional way. They literally steamrolled that entire left side of the of the formation. I don't think I've ever seen a cascade of Chiefs or a cascade of opposing players being able to dive like that because there's a massive gap. I've never seen that in probably over 10 years. It's wild. And of course, that's how the Chiefs win. So, yeah. Tough day for Broncos. Sorry, guys. Sorry. And we got the Saints and Falcons. That is a game I have yet to get to, and I'm still curious how the heck the Falcons lose to that. I chalk it up to the boost that you see so many times in the NFL when a team fires their head coach, they get a win. You saw it a couple of years ago when the Colts fired, God, I'm trying to think here. Oh, man, I can't remember his name anymore. He was a former quarterback. He was actually the head coach for the Panthers last year before they fired him. But anyway, the Colts brought in Jeff Saturday, who I don't think to that point he had never coached in college at any level. He had never coached in the NFL at any level, and I think he had barely coached in high school. And what do they do? The Colts get a huge win in their first game with him, but then after that, so you always get a little bit of a boost. I think you saw that last year with the Colts. With the Raiders as well when they fired McDaniels. So 2nd and 10 here. Puka Nakua on a nice little orbit motion. Stafford throwing it deeper down the field to Cooper Kupp, and that'll be a gain of about 14. Yeah, Cooper took a shot on that one, dude. All right. Pistol formation. Puka in motion to the left. Cooper Kupp now in motion to the right. And it's going to be a run up the middle, gain of about 3. So, yeah, that's the only thing I can chalk it up to. How in the heck did the Saints win? I chalk it up to finally firing a coach that had clearly lost the locker room even before this season started. Yes, they put up nearly 90 points in the first 2 games. They were 2-0, but I don't know, man. That team never looked like it was going to be anything more than what they've been so far the last couple games. Rolling out to his right here, and might have gotten it to Puka, but we'll see. That is a catch and a gain of about 4. All right, we got 3 receivers on the left side. Shotgun 3rd and 4. Ball at the 16. And trying to get it to his tight end, and it'll not get there. Tight end running a little bit of an out route. Somebody from the secondary was driving on that ball, so Matthew Stafford had to put a little bit of extra space in there, and they just too much. So this would be a 34-yard field goal attempt for the Rams to get their first points on the board with 5:50 left in the half. Kick is up, and it is good. The Los Angeles Rams, after throwing in, after getting, let me see here, getting the ball back, they turn the ball over. No. How did this all start, man? There were so many turnovers. So they were able to pick off Puka Nakua, they were able to put Tua, and then they fumbled the ball, and then Tua fumbles it back to them. So it was just it was a weird sequence of events that led to that field goal. Also, there's a lot of strange names in this game, man. We got Jared Verse, we got Puka Nakua, Cooper Kupp. It's a lot of strange names to keep in the head here. So All right, next we got the 49ers and Buccaneers. Buccaneers, as much as I would want them to win, just for the sake of, I like the team, I like their quarterback, but I think it's just the injuries are going to be too great for them to really overcome. I think that division is for, I was going to say the Falcons to win, but I mean, they can barely beat the Saints apparently. So, but I think it's still a little bit of a two-horse race. It's either going to be Tampa Bay or Atlanta in that division. 49ers look good. Those are right. They didn't dominate in anything. I think they're going to get better as Christian McCaffrey gets his legs under him, and yeah, they'll probably be in the playoffs. They might even win the division. So it's just gonna be another thing the Packers have to worry about in the playoffs. But you know what, man? I'm hoping they make the playoffs because I want the Packers to knock them out. All right. Next we saw the Steelers and the Commanders. We streamed that game. So Wilson and that offense, man, they are phenomenal right now. They are looking great. Heck of a job of Mike Tomlin being able to steer that franchise over the last 18 years, which is crazy to think that he's been there for that long. And then the Commanders, man, that team just made too many mistakes, man, a lot of penalties. They're still a very young team. And yeah, man, it's going to be a competitive NFC East with them and the Eagles. We got 1st and 10. Tua under center. It's going to be a nice little end around to Tyreek to the right side, and it'll gain about 6 yards on the play. Dude, Tyreek ran about 35 yards just to get 6. Right. 2nd and 14. Sorry, 2nd and 4. My God, I gotta wake up, man. And it's gonna be a run up the middle, and the H-Chan is gonna be good for a 1st down. Dude, it's crazy to think that Sean McVay was a head coach when he was, what, 30 years old? I'm pretty sure when they announced it. Crazy. 1st and 20. All right, we got 2nd and about 4 coming up here. Second down, ball at the 47-yard line. Tua looking deep down the field, trying to scramble, and he's going to take a sack. Dude, just throw it away. What are you doing? It would have been 3rd and 5, and now you lost about 15 yards on just going backwards. Yeah, he lost 15 yards instead of 3rd and 5. If you just threw it away, now it's 3rd and 20. 3 receivers on the right side. Tua in the shotgun. Pressure, going to dump it down to Achane, who is going to be taken down after a gain of about 8. Oh, dude, it drives me crazy, man. It drives me crazy when they do that. Like if it's one guy and you know the rest of them are good, you yeah, sure, try to run around. But when as soon as you see two guys open running at you, just throw it away. If there's two, there's probably going to be a third and a fourth real soon. That means your offensive line did not block correctly. If you got two guys free running at you, throw it away because it's going to be a miracle if you're able to get away from one. You're barely going to be able to get away from the second guy. But come on, man. That's the way my brain thinks. If there's two guys that are running after me as the quarterback, there's going to be a third and a fourth probably as soon as the next couple seconds, within the next 2 or 3 seconds, if not less. So just throw it away. If it was the final play of the game or fourth down, sure, you gotta make a miracle happen. But it's second down, man. 2nd and 5. Just throw it away. All right, 1st and 10, 2:13 left in the half. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp stacked up on the right side. It's going to be a run up the middle with Williams, who throws that shoulder down, man. Getting those extra 3 yards for a gain of 9. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And so far this game is flying by. A little over an hour into it, it's not too bad. I think defensively these teams are playing darn well. Miami really has slowed down significantly, and they really need to get back to kind of what they were doing with that first drive, man. Throwing it down the field. God, man, Tua just has to really just throw the ball away, be quick with your decisions. Don't try to put the ball in danger. And once again, if the pressure gets there, just throw it away. Fortunately, you do not have the offensive line to allow you to really just scramble around when you need it. You gotta be able to make quick decisions and get the ball out of your hands. And then going back to just kind of hopefully wrapping up here, the Week 10 Vikings Jaguars. That's a game I have not looked into. It looked boring as heck. 12-7. Pretty sure I think that's just all field goals for Minnesota. I might be wrong. That's literally one game I have not looked a single thing into. It just looks boring. I don't think I want to waste time looking at it. But Minnesota two game win streak. They're 7-2, second in the NFC North, and they look okay. Offensively, they seem to be looking fine, but I still think that team is just a one-man show. All right, we got a shotgun here. 2 receivers stacked up on the right. It's going to be another run up the middle. Very similar formation to the previous play. And this one got a first down. Kyron Williams. Quick throw over the middle here. Puka Nacua gain of about 9. So Los Angeles has 2 timeouts. The clock is running under 1:30. Ball is at the 29. Cooper Kupp in motion. Stafford looking, throwing it underneath to his tight end, who's going to be taken down inbounds. The clock keeps rolling. It is a first down. Clock is at 108, 107, 106, 105. Snap. Stafford looking, throwing it over the middle underneath to Kyren Williams for a gain of 11. Play clock keeps rolling. Game clock keeps rolling, I should say. 50 seconds, 49. Two receivers stacked up on the left. Stafford looking, has time, throwing it deep down the field and incomplete. Stops the clock at 39 seconds. All right, 2nd and 10. Ball at the 44. Still got a long way to go before they can get a field goal here. Looking, dumping it underneath. And Williams, not going out of bounds, will get a gain of about 12. And the Rams will use their first timeout of this drive, their second of the game. All right, we got 4 receivers set. Stafford in the shotgun, takes a hit, sacked, stripped, but he falls on top of it. And the Rams are going to potentially have to use a timeout here. So far, they have yet to stop the clock. What's going on here? So who got to him here? So it was the defensive end, number 56. Bell just able to just get around the left tackle there. Just a perfect little swim move, able to hit Stafford as he was throwing. So it'll be 2nd and 19. And you can tell Sean McVay is not happy. He kept on saying 26. So that's when he was trying to basically call for the timeout, and nobody apparently was listening. Tight end in motion to the left. Stafford dropping back deep down the field, and it's going to gain about 17 yards. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Boom. So this would be roughly a 55 to maybe 56-yard field goal. So definitely makeable. $55. So this would be the longest of this kicker's career. I think he's a rookie this year. Kick is up, and it's looking good. Does it have the distance? And it does. Right down the middle. All right, we got ourselves a 10-6 ball game so far. It has not been a offensive barn burner that I was hoping for. But I mean, defensively, plenty of turnovers. got a couple fumbles, got a few interceptions. We had almost another strip sack, fumble recovery on that on that last drive here. Oh man, we got trainers handing out snacks. We got bananas. We got juice boxes. Oh heck yeah, dude! That'd be the best. Oh, dude, just halftime gonna be getting some snacks, dude. Getting some drinks. Oh man, heck yeah! All right, let's wrap up the Week 10 wrap up here. So we got Tennessee versus the Chargers this week. Not too surprising. The Chargers were able to get a win. Probably not as comfortable as they would have liked. It was still a 10-point win. In the NFL, that's about as good as you can get. But the Chargers looked really solid. I think they continue to get better as this offense kind of starts to operate a little bit closer to what I think Hardball really wants. And that is kind of being, I don't want to say tougher, but just being able to control the game instead of just relying on Justin Herbert to be able to save you for, throwing 400 yards a game, 3 touchdowns, things like that. Let's see here. We had Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins going over 50 yards together combined. That's what you typically want in a John Harbaugh. That's what he did when he was with the 49ers. You run the ball, you throw when you need it to, and you make sure that you have a quarterback that is going to be able to operate everything. Not just be able to throw for, down the field every single time, being able to be smart with the ball. And so far Justin Herbert's been good with that. I think it's been an adjustment because I think for the first couple of years of his career, Justin Herbert has had to be everything for that offense. He's had to throw, 300, 350, multiple touchdowns every week in and week out. And when you've been a quarterback like that, you become so adjusted to that. So when you don't get let's say the amount of reps that you're used to in a game, when you're throwing it 10 to 15 times less, you feel like out of rhythm. And I think Justin Herbert is finally starting to get used to not having to be the only reason that offense can score. So I think it's going to get better. I still think they need another draft, especially for depth, not only offensively, but I think defensively as well. I think they need one more really solid draft, and I think they're going to be able to compete in the NFC North because they got the quarterback, they got the receivers that they need for the most part. I think, once again, that's part of the depth. But they got the weapons. They just need to add more talent around that team, special teams as well. So, yeah. I mean, and Tennessee is Tennessee. They're dumpster fire at this point. Eagles, Cowboys, we streamed that one yesterday. That was just a straight up beatdown. No Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. Cooper Rush was, I mean, what we expected him to be was a below average backup that is probably not going to win you many games in the NFL. And unfortunately, even though he didn't throw a whole lot of interceptions, I don't even think he threw any really. He might have thrown one. I can't really remember, but he fumbled a lot. I mean, he was taking shots. The offensive line is not very good. But yeah, man, it was a rough night for the Cowboys, and they brought in who else did they bring in? My goodness, man. Apparently, my brain does not want to work today. Trey Lance, my God. And unfortunately, he was not that. He was not any better. 4 for 6, 21 yards, no touchdowns, one pick, and yeah, man, it was just an overall rough day for Cowboys fans. And the Eagles look good. I think they definitely, even though they scored 34 points, they probably should have scored more. They did make some mistakes. Um, and I think against better teams, I think you're going to be the Eagles are going to need to play a lot better than they did. Once again, 34 points, it looks great, but they had some great field position on a lot of those turnovers. So yeah, it was a rough one for the Cowboys, and the Eagles basically got a nice little bye win with that. Next, we got the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to talk more about the Cardinals and the Jets. The Jets, their season is over. I think the hype train is officially done. I think we can finally stop worrying about if this team is going to be able to steer the ship. They are not. And yeah, let's move on to teams that are going to be better. And the Arizona Cardinals are a team that is like that. They are playing better football. They're being competitive. They're a young team who I think is still a couple, maybe like another season or two away from being potential contenders. Like, in it, week in and week out, you can expect them to be very competitive. I think it's still kind of up and down, but they've been good the last couple of weeks. And I think they're only going to get better as the season goes on. And that team, like I said, is very young, and they're gonna be competitive this season. And hopefully they can get another good draft, and they can actually challenge in an NFC West. Sorry, I'm looking at some highlights here. And then the Lions and Texans, really solid game, crazy game. If you didn't get a chance to see that one, uh, get a chance to watch it, man. Even if you can only watch the highlights. We streamed that game. I didn't show the actual game, but I did talk through it. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, get a couple options. But either way, I recommend you watch that game. That was a wild game. Some crazy turnovers, and but yeah, man. Like I said, Detroit. So, oh, this always gets me, man. Yeah, they got the kid. They got his dad coming back from the military. Kid's crying. Oh, I'm about to cry. Don't look at it. It's a nice moment. It's a nice moment. Those videos always get you, man. But but yeah, even though the Texans had a 23-7 lead at one point, I knew it. I knew they were not going to go away. I said it during the stream. The Lions are a team that no matter what, they can be getting whooped by 40 points, or they could be whooping you by 40 points. They're going to be the exact same team. They're going to operate the exact same, and they're not going to stop. That is the way Dan Campbell has built that team. That is the culture that he has built. And as a Packer fan, I hate it. But as a fan of football, I freaking love it, man. Oh man, it's the duality of being a fan of a specific team but loving the sport so much. And Dan Campbell is running this team exactly how I hope most teams get run, because they're not boring when you watch them, defensively or offensively. Like the Patriots were a boring organization. They were They were boring on the field. They were boring on the offense. They were boring on defense. They were boring at the podium. They were boring outside of it. It was just a boring organization all around. It was just annoying. And then on top of that, the other stuff, it was just like, ugh. And the Chiefs, when they started out, they was like, okay, man, they're putting up points. They're making it exciting. They're looking good. You know. And then of course, then they became the new Patriots. Now the last 2 years, man, they have been one of the most boring teams to watch. But they're winning, so that's all that matters. But this Detroit Lions team, they are fun to watch, dude. They run the ball hard. They smack you in the mouth. And then on top of that, they have some receivers that are just able to run like gazelles down the field. Jamison Williams, that guy is an explosive player. St. Brown, he can catch a 5-yard slant and go off for about 35 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's not the power back, but man, he can just fly. And then you have Laporta, who was able to catch basically like 35-yard touchdowns running a corner route. So it's a very exciting team. Their defense is also pretty darn good. Something they've been able to build. So yeah, man, it's tough to watch, man, but it's fun to watch. Houston Texans, just not enough, man. They need to get healthy on offense. They need Nico Collins back. And that defense needs... they were without Will Anderson, which I think it's tough to say whether he would have made a difference, but, I mean, he's one of the best players that they have on that side of the ball. A sack there, maybe a tip ball, maybe being able to bring down one of those running backs before they can get really going. It can all make a difference. So, but yeah, man. That was an exciting game. It was, of course, killer for the Packer fans that we were hoping they would lose, make a little bit more headway in the division, but it is what it is. But either way, it was an entertaining game. I wish the Texans were able to put up any kind of points in the second half, though. All right, and that brings us to tonight, Dolphins and Rams. So, first drive, Dolphins looked pretty darn good. Explosive plays, nice little end around to the right side to basically get the first score of the game. So far, the only touchdown of the game. And then kind of a couple punts back and forth. And then the Dolphins were able to get moving a little bit here. But then Puka Nacua takes I'm going to do this all day. Puka and Tua, it's just they're too close in my brain. So Tua takes a little bit of a sack there. Sets them up for to get a field goal. They make it 10-0. And then the Rams kind of slowly getting a little bit better. Finally getting Cooper Kupp involved, which I think has been helping. They finally get the running game a little bit going as well. Kyren Williams able to break off more than just 2 yards at a time. And that got them their first field goal. Then you had the whole interception, then fumble by Kyren Williams, and then a fumble by Tua. That basically just kind of set up the the Rams for their second second field goal there at the end of the half. And the kick is up, and it is out the back of the end zone, basically. And the Rams will get the ball to start the third quarter. So, yeah, it was an interesting, it's mostly defensive first half. But hopefully these offenses can adjust and finally put up some points, man. We've seen that they're capable. So, hopefully there's more touchdowns than field goals in the second half. Stafford under center. Single back in the backfield. Williams able to get around. He breaks a tackle and keeps fighting for a gain of 9. All right, we got 2nd and 1 here. Handoff up the middle. Kyron Williams, gain of about 2 on the play. It's going to be a first down for the Rams. Yeah, and so far the distribution of run to pass has been a little lopsided. So 10 runs, 24 passes for the Rams. Definitely trying to challenge the weaker part of this Miami defense, which is the secondary, and it has not worked. First and 10, Tutu Atwell in motion to the right. Fakes the handoff. Stafford throwing it deep down the left and gets it to Puka Nacua for a gain of about 15 on the play. That'll be a first down at around the 40. All right, this will be at the 41 of Miami, first and 10. It's going to be a handoff to the right. Kyron Williams breaking tackles and getting about 9 yards on the carry. I just saw Kyron stick his finger in a Miami player's ear hole. I don't think I've ever seen that. And weirdly enough, the Miami player did not react. It looked like he actually was like, "Oh yeah, man, I had an itch right there, man. Get it." All right, we are back from commercial break here. All right, we got second and 9. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be a first down for Kyron Williams. Gain of about 5 on that one. Cooper Cup in motion to the left. High snap, fumble, and down goes Stafford back at the 41. Oh, that was bad. High snap. Stafford never able to get the ball to, I think, Kyron. See, Strum, what's going on, man? It has been a game. It has been a wild one. Nice little orbit motion by Puka Nacua. Run up the middle, and he'll get to the 39, gain of 2 by Kyron Williams. How you doing, buddy? It was a run up the middle with Kyron Williams. Only gained about 2 yards. But how you doing, man? Third and 21. 3 receivers on the left side. Quick throw gets it to Puka, who is going to be stopped after a gain of about 3, maybe 4. I'm doing well, man. Doing well. It was a quiet Monday, so just got some work done, trying to set up for next week. But not too bad, man. Not too bad. All right, we got Joshua Carty to an attempt a 52-yard kick. He made one from 55, which was a career long, and this one is right between the sticks. But there's a flag on the field. And it's going to be a false start, so this will push it back and make it a 57-yard kick. Yeah, absolutely, man. So he made one from 55. That was already his career long. So this one would make it even longer for a career long. But both of his kicks have been able to be basically almost right down the middle. All right. Kick is snap. Kick is up. And no, unable to make it, man. Oh. And I know it's always harder than it looks, but I'm always curious of so his last kick, that thing was good for probably 60, that 52-yarder that he made. Sorry there. That penalty cost him. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. It's tough. But it's always been interesting to me that most of these kickers, especially when they're kicking anything from 45 to 55, usually the 45-yard kick is almost, if you look at it, it's basically almost good from 55. So in my head, I'm just like, what are you changing? Is it just the length of it that's messing with your head? Because that 45-yard kick, if you kick it the same as you do the 55-yarder, you probably make the 55-yarder. But I don't know. Someone's going to do it. He's got to do it on the sideline. I don't know, man. He's a kicker. I think if you make him do burpees, he might die. He's going to start leg cramping. Yeah, dude. Doing burpees was just the worst. It was the absolute worst. And that was always the last one was the worst. because like you knew you're like, oh, okay, it's over, but then I still have to stand up, and I still have to do the drill. You have to still do everything. And it's yeah. But hey, man, how was the D&D session? How'd it go, man? Because you were doing that on Friday, right? I think you said. All right, we got 1st and 10 here for the Dolphins. Ball at the 47-yard line. Run up the middle, gain of about 2. Oh, the penalty. Gotcha. No, that's right. That's right. That makes sense. Making the kicker do extra. That is. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. All right. Shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Quick throw to the left. And that's going to be a first down. That is number 9, Smith. I could just imagine the kickers like doing burpees, or like even the punters out there. Get the long snapper in there. Just do the whole special teams. Like everybody's doing burpees. Everybody. You're the one holding the ball. You're the one kicking it. You're the one snapping it. You're all doing burpees. All right. Shotgun, single receiver to the left. It's going to be a handoff to the right. And Achan able to get maybe 2 yards on that one. And it looks like we got Kendall Fuller, number 29 for the Dolphins. He is heading into the locker room. And Tua looking, has time. He's going to dump it down, and it'll be a gain of about 6 or 7 there. So I have the captions on right now, and it's hilarious how the captions cannot get Tua's name right. So right now they've got Tanga Golivia. That's always a good one. So empty set for the Dolphins, 3rd and 3. Tua looking, throwing it over the middle, finds Giannu Smith. He stays on his feet to the 10, to the 5, and he is going to be down to about the 1-yard line. Holy cow. Yeah, so he rolled on top of a guy, his elbow's down, so it will be at the 1. So yeah, it was just a nice little slant over the middle. Took a shot at the 20 from 2 Rams defenders, but able to stay on his feet, weave his way through the defense, and get down to the 1. Combat enemies a lot of health. Oh, snap. Dude, taking somebody out on that first roll. Ooh. Dude, that's going to be the most hardcore thing I've heard in a long time, man. Javelin throw took somebody out. Mm. You know what, dude? Like, I know we have other weapons in warfare, but we got to bring the javelin back. Is it as effective? No, but I mean it looks nice. We really need to bring the javelin back into warfare. That's all I'm saying. All right, it'll be first and goal, single receiver to the left, and it's gonna be a fake handoff, and it's a touchdown for Tyreek Hill. And you can tell that they were waiting on that one. Tyreek has not scored a touchdown since week 1. And nearly blocked. Extra point is good. They do looks like the kicker took a shot on that one. Barbarian went down. Oh dang! I mean, holy cow, man, dude, that sounds so much fun, man. Sorry, the Rams player's reaction to that one was hilarious. Dude, it's man, when you get a good D&D session in, man, it's just so much fun. Like time just flies right through. And especially when you can get the players like everybody's like on the same page, everybody's just like in the moment. It's so much fun, man. It's so much fun. No, man, I'm happy that you guys had a good time, man. It sounds like a dang good session. Heck yeah, man. Heck yes. Shaman with a magical spear, man. That's that's some hardcore stuff right there, dude. Freaking raining some spears down. So hilarious. And so do you have another one another session lined up, my friend? Oh heck yeah, let's go. And it's going to be the return is going to be caught at the 1. He's going to return it, breaks a couple tackles, stays on his feet, and gets it out across the 25 down to the 26. And so how long is this campaign going for? Because there's you got a couple more sessions probably after this one. So we got 1st and 10 here. Cooper Kupp in motion to the right. And blitz by the Dolphins, and Stafford able to get the ball out just in time, but it will be incomplete. Stafford takes the snap, throws underneath the coverage to Cooper Kupp for a gain of about 4. We got 3rd and 5. 3 receivers on the right side. Shotgun for the Rams here. Ball at the 31. Quick throw and gets it to Cooper Kupp. Cooper just catching that one, snagging that one with one hand. That's a big first down for the Rams. This should have been 3. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Right on. Heck yeah. And a lot more to go. Perfect. That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. Dude, that was an impressive catch by Cooper. Holy cow. Just snagging that thing with one hand. So, 1st and 10, ball at the 48. Puka Nacua in motion to the right. Stafford throwing it deep down the field, down the right sideline, but it will be incomplete. And that is the former Los Angeles Ram, Jalen Ramsey, in on the coverage. Second and 10. 2 receivers on the left side. Stafford looking, throwing it underneath. And that is going to be to Robinson, number 18. A gain of 10 on the play. That is a first down. But yeah, man, I've always enjoyed the longer campaigns, man. They take a while. Obviously, that's the whole point of them. But they are definitely more satisfactory. Like they just feel a lot better at the end of them than they do the shorter ones. And it's gonna be a run up the middle, gain of about 5 there. Yeah, because like they're and the shorter ones always have their own place because nobody has, not everybody has time to to spend hours doing a campaign over weeks or potentially even months. But man, dude, it's those short ones. I don't know, man. It's like when the story ends, it's just like okay, boom, you move on. They don't really stick with you. That when you're doing something for that long, it's just so much fun. You get so engrossed in it. So I'm glad you're doing a long one there. Play action, rolling out to his right, gets it to Puka Nacua, who cuts it inside. It's going to be a first down. The ball at about the 25. Might actually be at the 26th there, but anyway. Oh, absolutely. I am hoping the Dolphins win just for their season to kind of keep going. And plus, if the Rams lose, it helps out the Packers because they're in the same conference. But I think the Rams are going to be able to pull something out of here. It's going to be a run to the left. Kyron Williams breaking a tackle, and he'll stay on his feet. It'll be at around the 20. Heck yeah, man. All right. Pistol here. Cooper in motion to the right. It's going to be a handoff to the right, and it's going to be a loss of 1 on the carry. And like you said, man, like the guy, like the people that you're doing it with, they're finally starting to kind of get really into it. That's like you're hitting that sweet spot, man, where everybody's just like, the first one, maybe the second one, people are still kind of feeling each other out, feeling their characters out, kind of getting used to you as a dungeon master, kind of the way you do it. But yeah, man, once you hit that sweet spot, you're just gonna keep on rolling. Miami showing a lot of pressure here. 7 guys on the line. Send 6, and Stafford is taken down for a huge sack all the way back at about the 37. And that'll likely take us to the end of the third quarter, and we're heading to the fourth after that sack on Matthew Stafford. And that was Javon Holland able to bring down Stafford there. And I think he just did a reference to Avatar, The Last Airbender. Because I don't know if anybody here has been a fan of Avatar, but he did the where you redirect the lightning. So it just kind of, so hopefully you could see that on the cam a little bit. But yeah, man, that was awesome. I haven't seen a reference to Avatar in a long time. Dang good show, awesome show, one of the best. I did not watch that Netflix special, the Netflix show that looked a little off to me. I picked the Rams to win. No, and the Rams. I think they were coming in with a 3 game winning streak. I think, pretty sure it might be 4, but they were looking good, man. They were the team that I picked to win in this game. I think they're one of the better teams in the NFC when they're healthy, and the last couple of weeks they've been healthy. But I think they're facing a Dolphins team that is one. I think this is their 3rd week back with Tua, so I think some of the things that that were taking a little bit of time. I think they're finally starting to get through the little hard part of when your franchise quarterback comes in, finally from a long injury spell. I think they're starting to get into their rhythm, and on top of that, I think you're seeing a team that knows that if they lose tonight, their season is probably over in Miami. So I think you couple that with, you know, they seem on and they don't want to go home, man. They want to keep playing some meaningful football into December. All right, this will be a 53-yard kick, and it is right down the middle. And Cardi so far has been able to keep the Rams in this game. He makes it a one possession game, 8 points. We got 14:55 left in the game. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And I think what he's made 52, 55. And then sorry, they just put the camera on the fan and he is looks like a Bloody Mary of some kind, maybe a Michelada, and it had just a bunch of stuff on the rim. And he is when the camera got on him, he was just licking that entire rim from one end to the other. I love it when they do that, man, but I would hate to be that fan. That is just that is hilarious. I feel bad for that fan. His family is gonna be like, dude, you were on camera and you were licking that rim a little too intensely. All right, let me see here. Yo, that is heck yeah, man. I think yeah, he was wearing a Cowboys thing, wasn't he? Oh man. And throw it over the middle, and it'll be incomplete. Great coverage by the Rams. Yeah, man, that Cowboys fan, he was having some fun with that drink. I'm surprised they didn't blur that, man. I thought ESPN was supposed to be a family show around here. Jeez. So it's a late flag here. Bringing your Cowboys jersey to a. Oh man, no, yeah, it's you know what, man, it's nice to see. It's nice to see some Cowboy fans say they're like, hey man, we're repping the crew regardless. Gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it. So it was a personal foul on one of the defensive linemen for the Rams, so that will get the ball to the 45. It's a quick throw to Giannu Smith, and he's going to be good for about 2 yards. And that was the first penalty for the Dolphins tonight, actually. And it's going to be a toss up the middle here, and Achane able to weave his way for a gain of about 5. It'll be third and about 3. Oh, man. I can tell you right now, man, that dude's friends and family are going to be making fun of him for a couple weeks for that. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, there's not a blowout by any means. The Rams could easily get something going, and I mean, Tua has thrown. He's thrown an interception. He's fumbled the ball already on a sack, and it's gonna be a throw over the middle to Achan, and he's gonna be out across the 40 down to about the 37. That'll be a first down for the Dolphins. Nice little angle route by Achan on that one. Taking advantage of the space over the middle. Tight end in motion to the right. Tua looking, throwing it, and he is nearly intercepted. Roseboom, who is actually the guy, the number 56, who is the linebacker. I'm pretty sure he had the interception on Tua earlier in the game. Yeah, Tua, I feel like he has like a blind spot from guys that are coming from the right side. Because on that first interception that he threw, or the only interception so far, it was his receiver was running from the left to the right, and Rosenboom just undercut the route coming from the right. Great, heck yeah, man! It was a great defensive read, and he just dove for that one, man. Almost made a huge play. Almost had his second one tonight. Yeah, dude, this game is I think it's gonna be far from over. I think the Rams are really gonna start pushing um over these last couple minutes in this quarter. They're gonna hopefully they can hold the Dolphins to maybe a field goal here for their benefit, and that means two possessions, and they really gotta get it going. But what do you think, man? I know Jerry. He said earlier today or yesterday that he's not gonna probably fire McCarthy in season. Would you want McCarthy to stay the entire year, or do you think? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think the coach that they pick is not going to be hired during the season, no matter what. So, do you let what do you think? Should they let just McCarthy finish out the year, or should they let him go before the season ends? All right, we got a third down coming up here. Heck of a job by the Rams on that one. Jeez. A lot of pressure, bringing down Tua once again, just holding on to the ball. Something that he's just needs to stop doing, man. It was a play earlier in the second quarter where he basically it could have been if he would have just thrown it away, it would have been 3rd and 5 from around midfield, but instead he kept it and lost 15 yards. So 3rd and 19, pressure immediately. Tua needing to roll out, throwing it, and it'll be a first down. Holy cow! But there is a flag though. after. That's fair. That's fair. That is true. That is going to be a holding on. Are they saying the Rams? Yes, it is. And the Dolphins are going to decline it because they were able to get a first down by some miracle there. Yeah, immediate pressure from the right, Tua scrambling, and then the running back able to just drift into the open field. That is Morset. And that was a gain of about 23 yards on 3rd and 19. So Tua under center here, single back in the backfield, tight end in motion to the left, and that'll be good for about 2 yards. But yeah, I agree with you. I think firing McCarthy is not going to really change anything, at least in terms of, you're still going to win until the offseason to hire your new coach. And on top of that, Dak is, probably going to be out for the rest of the year unless you make the playoffs, and there's a possibility that he comes back. But like you said, very unlikely that McCarthy is going to be able to turn this ship around. 2nd and 8. And it's going to be an end around to the right, and Waddle unable to find any space. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I agree, man. It's gonna be like I said, man. I hope the Cowboys can get one of the coordinators for Detroit. Takes the snap, throwing over the middle, underneath. Waddle able to get about three, maybe, about 3 yards. So that'll be a fourth down for the Dolphins, and it looks like they're gonna have to settle here for a field goal. Yeah, I think after this season, there's a good chance that both of the coordinators for the Lions might be heading for some head coaching jobs. So this will be a 37-yard kick, and it is right down the middle. Miami retakes a 2-possession lead. All right. We got 9:07 left in this game. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get a little bit of a drink here. I'll be right back. All right. Speaking honestly, I wouldn't. Yeah, now it would be shocking. That'd be hilarious if if Dan Quinn was like, you know what, man, I enjoyed my time here in Washington, but I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna head back down south. He's like, it's nothing against Washington. I just really like the color blue and silver. Yeah, no, it's but like I said, man, I think either of those coordinators in Detroit have a good chance. To be decent coaches, at least one of them has to pan out, right? On top of that, who else is a coordinator that's kind of like popping off a little bit here? Slowick with the Texans. He's already in Texas, man. Offensive mind, which I think is going to be a good thing for the Cowboys. I've always been a fan of offensive minded coaches. They tend to pan out a little bit better. They have a little bit of a better history than defensive minded guys, but whatever works works. So if the Dolphins win tonight, they are 3-6, and that ties them with the New York Jets. Right. That's fair. That's fair, man. Also, I love the use of iota. So good. It's one of those terms that you don't really hear as often as you should, but not a single iota. Oh, beautiful, beautiful word. All right, under center here, play action, rolling out to his right, throwing it deep down the field, and that is going to be a first down, a catch and run by Cooper Cup. Maybe it's McCarthy. I can see Jones. Sorry, I was just picturing Jerry Jones like with the press conference. He's like, "All right, guys, I know what we've done the last couple of years, but we're gonna be all in 2025. So to do that, I'm gonna bring Mike McCarthy back. So introducing our new head coach, Mike McCarthy. Oh my god, I could definitely see that happening. And we got a Dolphins player down on the ground holding his knee. Oh, dude, you got me good with that one, dude. Oh my god, dude. Honestly, if the Cowboys do that, if they make a press conference to say that they are bringing back McCarthy, but they make it seem like it's a new, more aggressive way, I will buy myself a Cowboys jersey. I will do that because that is such a I don't care, like, but in like a good way. Like, no, we're gonna be bucking the trend here. You think we're just gonna give up on the guy? No, we're gonna be insistent that McCarthy is our guy. And I think I said this yesterday, man. The Cowboys, they've had it rough, but it could be a lot worse. You could be the Giants. The Giants, that franchise, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what the Giants are doing. So that was Cater Coho. He smashed his left knee into the knee of Kyron Williams. So Cooper Kupp in motion here to the left. Fakes the handoff, throwing it over the middle to a wide open Puka Nacua, who gets to the 25-yard line. Yeah, Puka was on that left side in the slot, just running a nice little crossing route. Able to get some separation. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball to 25. Pressure by the Dolphins and a throw over the middle. And Cooper Kupp able to bring it down at the 10. That's another big gain for the Rams. 1st down. Oh, heck yeah, man. All right, 1st and goal. Takes the snap, looking over the middle and incomplete. Trying to get it to Cooper Kupp, overthrown. And shotgun here. Quick throw gets it to Robinson in the slot here, and it'll be down at the 4. Sorry, not Robinson, Johnson. All right, 3rd and goal here. Tight end in motion to the left. Stafford throwing it in out the back of the end zone. So this is not go for it territory. You get a field goal, you still make it a single possession game. All right, Cardi is going to attempt his 5th field goal of the day, and it's right down the middle. And he gets it back to another single possession game. Three more field goals, man. Heck yeah, they can squeeze that in. They can squeeze that in. Oh my god. So I'm trying to think. 3 more field goals makes it 21-20. Is there a 1 point? No, they wouldn't be able to do that now. Dang, I'm trying to think of ways that like they could tie it up. Outside of a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. No. Yeah, no. Who was it? Was it the Giants? Or they were like they scored 3 touchdowns, but they missed their extra points, or they tried to go for it a couple times during the Commanders game. I think they had lost. It was like 21-18. I think they were like one of the first teams in like a long time to score 3 touchdowns while not giving up a single touchdown but still losing. Yeah, man, the Giants season has been awful. So, all right, but next Monday night, man, it's going to be the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. That hopefully should be a decent game. Hopefully. All right, man. Gonna head out. Hey, all good, man. All good. Trust me. I gotta be up at work. I gotta be at work at 6 in the morning. So I gotta finish up some stuff. But probably won't be getting a whole lot of sleep. But hey, that's why we do it because we love it, man. So, Seastrom, thank you so much for popping in, brother. Thank you for hanging out. You have a good one, and I'll catch you on Thursday, man. Best of luck to you tomorrow at work, man. Hopefully it goes smoothly for you. All right, man. Catch you later, man. Peace out. And it's going to be a run up the middle here for the Dolphins. That is Jalen Wright for a gain of about 4, maybe 5. And another run up the middle here, and nothing doing. Might have lost a yard on that one. All right, we got 3rd and 6 here. 3 receivers to the left. Tua looking, throwing it over the middle here, and that'll be a first down. That is Odell Beckham Jr. Nice little catch over the middle. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 45. 2 receivers split out wide on the right. Tua throwing it to the left and gets it to Washington. Holy cow, that was a heck of a throw, man. Yeah, that's a throw that they could not find after he got injured. Nice little corner route by Washington and just fitting it in between the corner curl and the safety Williams, I think, or it might have been 2 corners. I don't know. That was a heck of a throw by Tua. That is an NFL throw right there. Tyreek in motion to the right, up the middle here. Nice little run by Devin Achane. It's going to be a gain of 5. All right, Tua under center, single back in the backfield, tight end in motion, and Devin Achane unable to get anything going here. Might have lost a yard on the play. So we got 2:49 left. So the Rams did use their first time out here, trying to save some clock, trying to get the ball back here. It's going to be a quick throw to Tyreek, and it's going to be good for maybe 2 or 3 yards. Actually, so Curl is a safety, not a corner. There we go. Nice coming down. 1-on-1 against Tyreek. Physical tackle, bringing them down. All right, so the Dolphins going to send out their kicker with a chance to make this a 2-possession lead with 2:43 left on the clock. Rams did use their second timeout. Kick is up, and it's sailing, but it's going to make it just inside that right upright. And the Dolphins may have just pushed this lead out far enough for them to get their 3rd win of the season. Woo! That one just made it in there. Literally about the length of the football. All right, so Matthew Stafford and this Rams offense have 2:38 on the clock here, trying to make this a tie game, but they're going to need 2 possessions to do it. They need to score 11 points. They have yet to score a single touchdown so far in this game. Their closest opportunity was their last drive, and they settled for 3. Tight end in motion to the left. Stafford looking, throwing it underneath, and that'll be a gain of about 7. All right, Stafford takes the snap, throws it, and it'll be a potential first down for the tight end. And they're marking him just shy of it. But he did get out of bounds, so that stops the clock at 2:12. All right, 2-by-2 formation. Stafford in the shotgun, 3rd and 1. It's going to be a run up the middle, and they will get the first down. But there's a flag on the field. And it's going to be on the Rams holding. So that'll wipe away the first down run. Yep, unfortunately that was a hold, man. That was right around the waist. And it's not one of those holds that's like all the way across the field. That one, direct impact. So 3rd and 10. Over the middle here, gets the first down. And that is to the tight end, Allen, over the middle. Gain of about 13. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here on Monday Night Football. All right, looks like we are going to be coming back into this game. The final 2 minutes. Rams trying to find their first touchdown of this game. All right. 2-by-2 formation, tight end on the right. Stafford looking, throwing it underneath to the tight end, to the running back, but it will be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And that is something that has happened quite often in this game. I think that is the 4th, or potentially 5th, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Batted pass at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell has a pair, one of them causing an interception. Another quick throw, this time to Puka Nakua. It's going to be very close to a first down, and they do give the Rams that first down. Clock is rolling. 1:35, takes the snap, looking down the field, throwing it deep to the left, and finding number 15, Robinson, for a first down. And he went out of bounds as well, stops the clock at 1:30. Quick pressure over the middle and incomplete. Got a $1:27 on the clock. Two receivers stacked up on the left. Takes the snap, looking, pressure, and quick throw. This is to Johnson. Gain of about 8 on the play. Third down, quick snap, run. It'll be a first down for the Rams. Gain of about 3, but the clock keeps on rolling. It's going to be under 60 seconds. Rams still have a timeout, but they're trying to save that for hopefully the next drive that they have here. Quick snap, 50 seconds, 49. Quick throw to the back of the end zone and incomplete, 46 seconds. All right, empty set for the Rams. 3 receivers on the left. Quick throw down the seam and trying to get it to Puka Nacua, and it will be incomplete. So the Rams, instead of trying to waste more time, they will settle for the field goal here. And Cardi is good for the 5th time today out of his 6 attempts. So he is 5 of 6. And it looks like the Rams are, regardless, they're going to need an onside kick. Yeah, even if they would have scored a touchdown, they were still going to need to recover that onside kick. All right, we'll see what happens, man. Crazier things have happened. We've seen, I think, 1 onside recovery since we've been streaming. So, can we get 2? Can we get our 2nd of the season? And it does not get the bounce that they wanted, and the Dolphins recover. And with 38 seconds left, the Miami Dolphins are going to escape Los Angeles. Kurt Russell movie, John Carpenter, look it up. Escape Los Angeles with a win here and improve to 3-6. Their first victory since Tua has come back from his injury. and a tough one for the Rams, who were looking phenomenal, and they're gonna have to take it on the chin here. They at one point I believe they were 1-4. They've been working so hard, man. They got some good wins against some really solid competition in the NFC, but the Miami Dolphins, man, they knew their season was on the line. They could not afford to fall to 2-7, and you gotta give it to Tua, man. This team, they were not perfect. They threw some, an interception, a fumble, but despite all of that, they were able to still come up with the plays that they needed to. It was an ugly game for them a little bit in that first half, but in the second half, man, they really were able to play a little bit more regular football, I should say. They were able to really take the time for runs. They calmed down. They minimized the turnovers, and they were able to really kill some of this clock with some good football. So, not much to say here. I think the Rams gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Their run game, they could not get anything on the ground for most of this game. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp were still their solid selves, but you could definitely tell that the pressure was getting to Stafford. I think the coverage was better than they expected, because early on they were challenging. They were looking to throw significantly more than they were willing to run in that first half, or even in the first like 3 quarters. But it's just you could tell, man, the coverage was tight. The pressure was getting to Stafford. A couple sacks early in the game, and after that, man, it was like once they were just down, they could not get anything going. Once they got into Dolphins territory, just like something just happened where they just couldn't get anything down the field. They couldn't keep the drives going. Penalties were kind of killing them a little bit here and there. Like I said, I think the Dolphins escaped this game with 1 to maybe 2 penalties, and both of them came in the final fourth quarter. But yeah, the Rams kind of penalties throughout the game a little bit here. Nothing egregious. I gotta give it to Ron Tolbert. Usually his crew are pretty bad at keeping the penalties to a minimum, but they were able to do a pretty decent job, man. But yeah, man, the Rams 4-5, still well within the likelihood of potentially winning this division. I think they're third, but they're only about a game and a half down, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, heck of a season, heck of a week 10, man. The Packers didn't play this week, but we still did 5 games on the channel. It's always going to be the case, man. Always communicate with you guys if there's going to be less than that. But yeah, man, heck of a week 10. And this is week 6 that we are doing 5 games every week. Since week 5, we have done from week 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've done 5 games at the very least. Thursday night, 3 games on Sunday, and then the Monday night game. And next week is going to be basically the same. We're going to be doing it on Thursday. I'm going to try to get 3 games in on Sunday. The Packers play at noon. We'll do Sunday night. We'll do Monday night as well. And we're going to keep on rocking and rolling, man. Hopefully you guys are having a great November. Hope your holidays are going to be going well. We'll see you there. And I appreciate everybody that was popping in. Even if you didn't get into the chat, please leave a like, subscribe. It's a free way to support this channel. We're going to keep on going, man. Shout out to Seastrom, who was in the chat for a good chunk of this game. Yeah, man. I'm having some fun, man. It's great. Sorry, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. But yeah, man, what a way to wrap up week 10 fun game. I wish the Rams would have been able to get a touchdown. I think it would have been making it a little bit interesting here towards the end. But got to give it to the Dolphins, man. They showed up. Their season was on the line, and they were not going to be denied every single time. It looked like they were going to lose this lead or give it up. They found a way to make a play, and I'm glad they did, man. I like their coaching staff. I like their players, and I hope the Dolphins can continue to get wins because I wanna see this team play some meaningful football in December. So, but yeah, man. Well, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you guys on Thursday for Week 11 of the NFL season. Watch out. I'm gonna try to get out predictions tomorrow. Sorry, not predictions. Rankings. I'm gonna try to get those done tomorrow. So we'll be going live for that, or either that or it'll be posted as a video. I'm gonna try to shorten that one up a little bit, and then on top of that, I'm trying to think here. So yeah, so we'll do rankings either Wednesday. I think it's gonna be a little bit better Wednesday, and then on Thursday we'll do predictions live just before the game, probably around. Trying to think here, probably around 4, just a few hours before the game, and then obviously live streaming Thursday. So hope to see some of you guys there, or at the very least, maybe leave a comment, and we'll keep rocking and rolling, man. So thank you again. My name is Dave.